So, today's lecture is on tips on self motivation. As you know, self motivation is something required for each and every person, and unless self motivation is there, you are not able to motivate others, your students and your colleagues and others, because you have to be basically motivator, but for that you have to have the self motivation. You have to be self motivated person, so that you can motivate others also, and a positive environment around you can be created. So, self motivation is something important subject, and that is what we are going to discuss today, and interaction will be on self motivation only. I will be just giving you some tips, though this is a bigger subject as such. We will not be going for motivating others, how to motivate others, there are so many theories etc. But we will be touching upon the first things, and then definition of motivation. The driving force within individuals by which they attempt to achieve some goal in order to fulfill. So, this is a driving force, something impelling force which forces you to do something, and there is generally a goal which you want to achieve. That is what motivation is, and for that you are motivated, or you have that driving force comes to you when you feel motivated to do that thing which is the need. Perhaps it starts with the need only, motivation comes through the need, and what is the intensity of need, whether it is primary need, secondary need or tertiary need, and according to that intensity of need will be determining your driving force and its intensity. The degree to which an individual wants to choose in certain behavior. So, intensity will vary, or behavior will vary according to the intensity of the need. Self motivation is the ability to satisfy a desire, expectation or goal without being influenced to do so by another person. Self motivation is key to a paradigm shift or behavioral changes amongst the individuals. Self motivation is when somebody else does not say you anything, but it is some initiative of yours. You become or proactive, and only then you get motivated, self motivated, that is your expectations or your need is there, but for that the inner motivation comes, inner driving force get aroused, and you start achieving that, or start some efforts for achieving that. Motivation basically is a process by which a person efforts are organized, directed and sustained towards attaining a goal. It has energy, it has direction and persistence. Motivation works best when the individual needs are compatible with the organizational goals. So, that is what motivation from external sources if it comes, or internal motivation also works when your goals are compatible with your institution's goal, or institutions, organizations in which you are working, its goals and your goals, your objectives are compatible. That is, if you draw a angle between the two, it should not be very wide angle, it should be narrow angle. As it will keep on narrowing down the angle between the two, organization goals and your goals, then it becomes, you become more effective and you become more motivated, and more effectively you will be contributing towards your goals, to the organizational goals as well as your own goals. Basic model of motivation is, there is some need or expectations that results in the driving force, and intensity will vary because the need, how intense is the need, according to the driving force will be as strong as the need is. To achieve the desired goal, that driving force is directed towards that goal which is to be achieved, which provides the fulfillments, and ultimately it gives the feedback whether the need is satisfied or not, to what extent it is satisfied. That is, if you feel hungry, you require some bread, or you either cook yourself go to market, eat something, go to the mess, eat something. So, that is what your driving force comes, that I have to get myself some food or some drinks, so that I get my needs fulfilled, and that fulfillment comes with that driving force which get aroused through the need and intensity of the need. You are directed toward the desired goal. Motivation is complex. This comes from the psychology from within. This is also to certain extent physical, unique to each and every person. Some people will be more motivated, other will be less motivated despite the efforts. Context sensitive, that is from context to context it will vary. Not fully understood, that is people cannot understand or measure it to what extent you are motivated. Qualities of motivation are it energizes the behavior, directs the behavior, enables persistence towards a goal, exists in varying details in different persons. There are 6 C's of motivation, which are challenges, choices, controls, collaborations, consequences, and constructing meaning. So, this is a hexagonal on which these challenges and constructing means, there are 6 C's are the 6 words starting from the letter C are kept. Groups of motivational theories. There are generally 2 groups of motivational theories. What these motivation can be internal, it may be external, and it contains a process. So, motivation can come from the external sources, it may be internal, that is self motivation we are talking about, and it leads to a process. Early theories of motivation, there are some theories, people have worked, a lot of work has been done perhaps on motivation, this is the major subject, and thereafter maybe the leadership on which people have worked, behavioral scientists have worked. So, this has certain theories which people have given from time to time. One are called content theories, where the emphasis is on what motivates individuals, and these theories contains Maslow's need hierarchy, McGregor's theory X and theory Y, and Herzberg's 2-factor theory. We will not be going in detail of these theories, but these are the content theories, you might have heard of these. Other group is called the process theories of motivation. Emphasis of these theories is on the process of motivation, and these theories are 3 needs theory, that is given by David C. McClelland, goal setting theory, reinforcement theory, designing motivation theory, equity theory, and expectancy theory. Now, this starts with the self motivation, and we really come to the self motivation now. Previously, that was the introduction to motivation, where both external and internal motivation was covered in that. That is, we wanted to have a background, and that is why we talked about the previous things. Now, it starts with the self motivation. There are 7 habits of highly effective people, and this is equally applicable to the entrepreneurs also, that if an entrepreneur has to become a successful entrepreneur, effective entrepreneur, he should have these 7 habits. These are basically given by Stephen Covey, one international trainer who has written some books also, the 7 habits of highly effective people. A book is there which is titled as the 7 habits of highly effective people. He has also written some other books like 8th habit and True North principles, etc., which also we will be discussing a bit in context of the self motivation. What these 7 habits will be applying for the self motivation, and if you are to get self motivated and motivate other people also, perhaps your students and colleagues in your colleges or in the environment in which you are working, you are to adopt these 7 habits and remember these 7 habits. These are the tips for self motivation. What are these 7 habits? It starts from the Down below, that is, you are dependent on others in doing most of the things, like somebody tells you only then you do. That is, first habit is be proactive. First habit is be proactive, that is, initiative should be from within. It is yours initiative. If somebody tells you then you do it, then you are reactive person, you have to be proactive. Generally, we all people are reactive people, we have to be proactive, initiative oriented people, and for that you have to take the initiative for doing anything which you think is the fit and that is the required thing to be done, rather than somebody telling you and then you are doing it, otherwise you are not self motivated. So, self motivation will come when you become proactive. So, this has to be taken as internalized as a habit, daily habit. Number 2 habit is begin with the end in mind. So, clarity of the goals has to be there, that is, what is your objective? You are doing so many things daily in life or daily in your working, you do so many things. What is the objective? Sometimes you may not be clear, somebody tells you and you do it, but it should start with the clarity of the goals. That is, begin your things with the clear end in mind. In your mind, clarity of the goals must be there. And the third habit is put the first things first. That is, you prioritize the time. Time is one of the greatest resource, one of the scarcest of scarce resources. Time is to be managed. This is the minutes, that is the resource. Minutes is a resource, like 4 M's are the resource, 5th perhaps is the minutes, and 6th is MIS. So, you are to manage your minutes. You have limited minutes with you and you are to manage the time, and for that prioritize your activities into urgent, into important, and to routine activities. Otherwise, we remain embroiled in the routine activities. Daily you go to the office, you take some classes, see your mail and reply your mail, and that is what is you are doing. You are not innovative, you are not doing something creative or different, or you may not be doing much of improvement as such. So, this leads to private victory if these 3 habits are learnt and becomes internalized in your personality. You become self motivated and that leads to your private victory, and then it starts with the independence, or it leads you to the independence. But there are some other habits, other 3 habit of 3 habits, which is another set, like this first set which is containing the first 3. Second set is of another 3, that is 4th, 5th and 6th. They are written on the upper triangle, which is the inverted triangle. In this, the 4th is think win-win. You are to think positive, think winning all the time. That is, you are negotiating most of the times. I am just lecturing here or telling you something means negotiating with you. You may accept it or may not accept it. Some people may accept it, some people may say that this is okay, but some may start appreciating it. So, we are negotiating. We are negotiating with our students, with our principal, with our directors, with our colleagues, with our spouses, with our children, with our parents. Daily we are negotiating for different things. You do this thing, I will do this thing for you. So, negotiation is there and people may accept or may not accept. If you have positive approach, positive thinking, that will lead to a positive outcomes, and you will be gaining, both the party will be gaining, no party feels exploited in the bargain. That is what is should be the objective, and that is to be learnt as a habit, that we will always do the things in a win-win philosophy. That is, nobody should lose them in our talks, in our bargains, in our negotiations, so that it leads to public victory. Public victory means that is both are winning, not the only management winning, but the workers will also be winning. Otherwise, previously it used to exploit the workers, management used to think that we should extract maximum work from the people, but workers were feeling exploited. Now, workers like Infosys Technology giving stock options to different employees. Even driver of Infosys Technology chairman, mentor now, Narayana Murthy's driver is a crorepati. So, like that people may be winning, you know, because you are distributing the wealth which you are earning in your enterprise or as an entrepreneur, or otherwise also you are a win-win person in your philosophy, in your approach, in your talks and in your negotiations. Fifth is seek first to understand and then be understood. Fifth habit is, which is to be internalized, is we are to seek first to understand other people. There are two parties talking generally, husband wife talking, students teacher talking, or principal and subordinate talking, lecturer talking to the principal. So, two parties talking to each other, but when somebody is talking or when you are talking particularly, you are to see that what other person has to say, that is to be listened first. If some student comes to you, if he has something to say, let him speak first and only then you will speak. Or your colleague has come with some argument, you just let him speak first and then you will speak. If spouses are talking, husband wife talking to each other, let husband talk or the wife talk first, and then the husband says that you talk first, then I will give my reactions to this, then you will again talk, then I will talk again. So, that by turn both will be talking, no interruptions in between should be there. That is what the understanding between the two persons, and that will not lead to conflicts or struggles, unnecessarily quarreling. So, that may happen otherwise. So, seek first to understand other party before you, and then you start speaking yourself, because otherwise you have some grudges that I am very qualified person, I am intelligent person and they are not listening to me, I will not talk to them, or I will just withdraw from the meeting. So, that should not be the case, because you are to become a good listener first and then you are to talk. That is, your talk will be your talking term, your turn will be the second turn rather than the first turn. You cannot say that I know what you are talking about. So, some people have the habit to say like that, and just they do not allow the other party to speak. Sixth habit, if we go to the sixth habit, which is again to be internalized, is be synergistic or synergize yourself. Be synergistic or synergize. Synergize is synergy. Most of you understand what is synergy. Synergy is a management term which means 2 plus 2 equals 5 effect. 2 plus 2 equals 5 effect means when inputs are lesser and when you combine those inputs or elements in such a way, resources in such a way that output after processing will be more than what inputs you have put. So, your judiciousness, your intelligence is there. Resources will always be less with us in the environment, and or in our possession we will be having lesser resources. Otherwise, you keep on crying for the resources and you will not do anything. We do not have people, we do not have money, how we can work. But people who will work, they will work with the lesser resources only, because the most efficient organization are those which are the learning organization, which have lean staffs. You might have heard of that book or read that book, In Search of Excellence, by Peter and Tom Peters' book is there. So, that In Search of Excellence, which says that 8 principles they have given. Out of that, one is that you just synergize and keep care of your customers, so that you can do the things within the lesser resources, with the help of lesser resources. So, synergize is like that, that is, resources will always be lesser. You are to make it a habit to work with the lesser resources or whatsoever resources are available with you. And the seventh and final habit in this case is the sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw means you apply Kaizen. Apply the principle of continuous improvement. That is, there is always scope for improvement, and keep on improving yourself, and when you improve yourself, you improve your organization as well. So, you keep on doing more and more and innovative things, bit of iota of improvement daily in your life, because there is always scope for improvement. So, this is the seventh habit which is to be internalized. So, all these 7 habits once internalized, that leads to, but these most of these will come with interdependence or this first it starts with the dependence, then it starts with the interdependence, it comes to the independence, and all these 3 will be interacting with each other when you are adopting these 7 habits or applying these 7 habits for becoming effective self motivated people, and this applies equally to the entrepreneurs. Another tip for self motivation is the true north principles. Again, this also comes from the Stephen Covey, who has preached this, and he asked people to apply these true north principles. True north principles means these principles are universally true anywhere you go. You may be here or New York or in Sydney or in Germany somewhere, Austria or in Africa. These are always true, universally applicable principles, and that is why they are called true north principles, just like the magnetic compass which is pointing towards north all the time, and on that basis this name is drawn, that is true north principles. First is humility. You have to be humble. That is, it is said that vidya dadati vinayam, vinayam dadati patratam, patratam dhanam dadati sukham. So, vidya dadati patratam, vidya dadati vinayam, and then it gives, first it gives the soft heartedness or soft spokenness, and that soft spokenness makes you patra, you know. Patra means when our parents say that beta जो है दान किसको दिया, दान तो पात्र को ही देना चाहिए. So, have you given it to the patra? So, when you are soft spoken, you are humble, humility makes you a patra. That is, everybody thinks of giving something to you in any terms, tangible or intangible terms, and that is something very, very major virtue of the life. That is, this is mother of all the virtues, just like mother. Mother is the greatest thing in life, as we understand, all of us understand this, and we love our mothers the most and remember them even after their death also. So, mother, just like mother, this virtue is, humility is mother of all the virtues. So, humility must be adopted. People, students are to be made humble. They are to be told that you should use G or respect with every sentence you speak. Sometimes people speak G before starting the sentence and after starting the finishing the sentence. So, that makes them more humble. Like the Baniya community, again I am talking about in Punjab particularly, that they are very, very humble people, or people who have come from Pakistan, the Sikh gentlemen or other Punjabi Hindus who came from Pakistan, they are very humble, but they earn lot of money because of their humility, you know, they show the humility and they earn money. Even if you are to speak a lie, you speak with the humility, then it is all acceptable. Courage is the second virtue. Courage is the second true north principle. That is, you have to be courageous. Like Alexander the Great came from Greece to India without much of forces with him, and not much of weaponry was with him, but still he could win all over the world, and that is what made him the great. Today also we say Alexander the Great, Sikandar Mahan. We don't say Sikandar or Alexander, Alexander the Great. So, जिन ढूंढा तिन पाया गहरे पानी बैठ, मैं बपरा डूबन डरा रहा किनारे बैठ. So, those who have had this courage, those who dared, they got it. Those who don't dare, they don't get it, and that is what the philosophy of the life. We have to do it. That is, कौन कहता है आसमान में छेद नहीं हो सकता, जरा तबीयत से पत्थर तो उछालो यारो. So, everything is possible in this world. Impossible is the word which is found in the dictionary of fools. Impossible means I am possible. again I am possible, and that is what the courage. People who have dared, they got it. Those who have not dared, Kiran Bedi dared it, and that's why she wrote that book, I Dare. I did most of the things which were not done earlier. I did it, and that's why I am known all over the world. Not only on India, but in all the forces, every government employee knows who was Kiran Bedi. Everybody knows. Because she dared. That is what courage is father of all the virtues. For entrepreneurs also, himmate marde khuda. That is, those who dared, they got it. Otherwise, who don't have the courage, they don't get it. Otherwise, people will keep on making excuses. I don't have money. From how I can start the business. Pride is the third virtue, and which is the third true north principle. That is, one should take pride on successes and achievements. That sense of achievement has to come. I have written this article, go and celebrate it amongst your friends. My article is published in such and such journal. I have written a book, got published, means you should celebrate it. That is the cause of celebration. You passed such examination, your child has passed some examination, celebrate it. Birthday is to be celebrated, achievements are to be celebrated. So, make jubilant the moods all around and positive thinking all around around you from, and that will come from within only, that is self pride. But it should not become a ego as such or false ego as such. Ahankar nahi banna chahiye, but it has to be pride. Pride has to be taken, and that becomes the true north principle again for self motivation. Avoid the arrogance. If arrogance is there, then everything is gone. एक बार आपने जो है अपना टेम्पर लूज कर दिया, you lose most of the things whatsoever you have earned throughout. Your parents say, no, don't talk to this girl. She'll just get, she's short tempered, and she may say something, then you will just, everybody's mood will be spoiled. So, when you are very humble and you are not arrogant, this is just like humility only. You avoid the arrogance in all costs, because there is no space for arrogance in our personality. We have to be non-arrogant person. Don't get annoyed with the small things. Even if you are annoyed, just keep it up to you. Just keep on chewing your lips rather than going for saying something, because once the thing is spoken, that will never be forgotten. It might be between the husband and wife. They remember it, that you said such and such things at that time. Do you remember it? So, they remember it, and hence they don't forget it. People's memory is very sharp for that matter, and don't say something heavy words to anyone, and that control has to be exercised, and that is what the people will be known as self-motivated people. If you remember these four true north principles, which are well practiced principles by Stephen Covey, he says it very firmly that these are to be exercised. Beside this, we go to the next section. We can say that self motivation can come through natural endowments also. There are some natural endowments, some gifts given by the God, certain abilities given by the God to us, which are there with every person. You may or may not exercise them, but generally we don't exercise these or don't use these abilities, but these abilities must be used. First is the self-awareness. There is power of self-awareness between the people. Every person is having this power. We have to talk to ourselves at least 1 hour daily, sitting in a closed room and ask a few questions, do our SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, opportunity, threat analysis, or who am I sort of essay you can write sometime, that what qualifications, what merits I am having, what performance I have done, what failures I could do, how could I avoid these. So, all these things, when you read that essay carefully, you can improvise yourself through self-awareness, peeping into the self. And that is what Lord Krishna also did in Bhagavad Gita, that he could motivate people. Guru Gobind Singh did the same thing, that you arise, you get awake, and you can get it, you can find it, you have the courage. It is all within you only, and he could show it, demonstrate it to the people. Similarly, Lord Krishna could ask a person who was just lying on his feet that I will not fight now, everything was thrown, his bow was down, and even when he was motivated by Lord Krishna, he could rise and won the war of Mahabharata and remembered throughout the world, and the Arjuna is remembered more than anyone else is remembered after Lord Krishna. Second is the conscience. Conscience is, as every one of us knows, that this is Antaratma. So, Antaratma ki jo awaaz hai, that has to be listened, and it comes from within. When we start doing something, then it comes from within, and that has to be worshipped, that has to be listened carefully. You cannot kill her, that Antaratma, that conscience, that is to be nurtured just like your bank account. You keep on putting more and more money in that. Whensoever you get money from somewhere, you just keep on putting it into that account, and account gets fatter and fatter. Similarly, conscience becomes better and better, enriched and powerful when you keep on nurturing it. And so, please nurture the conscience within. Third is creative imagination. Creative imagination is again a good gift, given by God to everyone. Naturally, it comes to every human being. That is, the person is very, very creative, and we have created an environment, such an environment that we keep on saying, don't do this thing, don't do that thing, don't do this thing. To our children, to our students, we don't allow them time for the creative imagination. But when you are given a chance out of the government job and start a business of yours, you make it very successful, because you put in more hard work and more time to this, that, and that becomes very, very successful. But you may not be performing that much in the government job or in the job in which you are put otherwise, because you don't have much of independence or much of time to use your creative imagination. And the fourth endowment or the gift which is given to all of us, it is also within our personality, that we should exercise our independent will. That is, sunni janadi and karni manadi. So, मन की करनी है आपने, because you are accountable, you are the person who is responsible for your deeds. It may be good deeds or misdeeds, you are responsible, you are accountable. You cannot blame others that he did it, or he told me, or she told me, that's why I did it. No, nobody listens to that, law doesn't listen to that, and you are accountable, you are responsible for the deeds which you do. So exercise your independent will. Decision has to be yours, it is not somebody else taking decisions for you. So, with these words, thank you for nice interaction. We come to the quiz again, and so solutions for that quiz, if you might have calculated the score, where there are some statements which were negative also. So, you just, if you got the score between 44 to 60, then you are highly motivated person, you don't need much of self motivation then. But if you have got a score between 28 to 43, you are doing okay and self motivated, you are certainly not failing. However, you could achieve much more to achieve what you want to try to increase the motivational factor in all the areas of your life. Read the relevant sections below and work on them to strengthen your self motivation. There are some hints given at the end, we will be going to that. And if it is between 12 and 27, you allow your personal doubts and fears to keep you from succeeding. You have probably had a few incomplete goals in the past, so you may have convinced yourself that you are not self motivated, and then you are or you have made that come true. Break this harmful pattern now and start believing in yourself again. The tools and tips below will help you get back to your motivation. So, these are the three types of scores which can be there. One person is highly motivated, other person is moderately motivated, and third person is below self motivation. So, those two categories which are the lower categories, they are to be improved, there is scope for improving, though there is scope for improving in all the three cases. 4 factors necessary to build the strongest levels of self motivation are self confidence and self efficacy. Self confidence has to be there that I can do it, and that self confidence can make you self motivated. And self efficacy, you are to think that you are able to do it, and that efficacy whatsoever you are doing, you do it carefully so that your results are better, you can put the things better. Positive thinking, and second is positive thinking and positive thinking about the future. So, positive thinking and positive thinking about the future, that you are a positive person, you create and just spreads a positive environment around, that will also help you to self motivate. Focus and strong goals. Your strong goals, if you keep your goals very high and moderately high, at least you do not keep your goals low, then you can just make yourself self motivated. So, that focus has to be high on the strong goals, and the strong goal should be set. A motivating environment around is to be created, that if you are positive motivator, always saying positive things, people also get that waves from you, that you are a positive man, creating a positive environment around, and hence that positive environment, motivational environment get created. So, in the quiz also you have to remember that self confidence and self efficacy was in the question number 1, 2, 6 and 8. They were pertaining to the self confidence and self efficacy. First, second, 6 and 8 self confidence. You can put SC before those, SC or SE, that is first, second, 6 and 8. Second is positive thinking and positive thinking about future. Questions 4, 9, 11 and 12. You can put positive thinking PT before those 4, 9, 11 and 12 statements. PT, positive thinking. Third is strong goals and focus. Questions 3rd and 7th pertain to that. You can put SG, SGF, strong goals and focus. And 4th is ME, that is motivating environment, 5th and 10th question. 5th and 10th you can put ME before, motivating environment, before those motivating environment. So, key points are self motivation will not come naturally, you have to fix the self goals, stronger goals and focus, increase the focus, keep on increasing, improvising, and when you set these goals, you develop the self efficacy and self confidence, and that positive environment get created around when you are positively thinking and positively telling to other positive things. That environment get created, and hence that leads to self motivation, and that is what the quiz was about. So, this is what we wanted to discuss during this self motivation talk as such. Some tips of course I could give you, but not all, because this is such a big topic as such, which requires a lot of discussions. So, perhaps we end up here only. Thank you very much.